What you're about to hear makes a Zeus Network reunion special look like a church picnic. Because last night, Blueface went live from what can only be described as digital hellfire, and the words that came out of his mouth sent shockwaves straight through the internet. Within minutes, fans were crying, blogs were crashing, and somewhere, Chrisean Rock was breaking down in real time. It wasn't just a live stream. It was a confession, a diss, and a public heartbreak wrapped in pure chaos. Blueface looked straight into the camera like he was reading a breakup letter to the entire world. And the moment he said her name, the energy in the room shifted like a horror movie soundtrack kicking in. Before the clip even ended, comments were flooding in. "Chrisean's watching this. Somebody check on her. This man needs Wi-Fi revoked permanently." And sure enough, within an hour, Chrisean Rock went live herself. And what fans saw next wasn't just emotional, it was historic. Because when love, pain, and pettiness collide online, there are no winners, only view counts. Get ready, because this isn't just another breakup story. This is Blueface versus Chrisean, the emotional apocalypse. It all began with one of those unpredictable nights when Blueface decides the world deserves to hear his truth. Unfiltered, unbothered, and apparently unhinged. He went live from what looked like a dimly lit apartment, shirtless, chain-swinging, and energy set to pure chaos. The caption read, "Let's talk about real love." And everyone knew what that meant. Translation, he's about to drag Chrisean Rock again. Within seconds, the live was packed with thousands of viewers. The comments flew like missiles. "Where's Chrisean? He about to start mess. Here we go again." But Blueface wasn't reading. He was performing. He leaned into the camera and started talking about fake loyalty, baby mamas who switch sides, and people who pretend to love you for the gram. And then, the bomb. "She only loved the clout," he said, smirking. "When I'm down, she disappear. When I'm lit, she crying for attention." The internet froze. Those 10 words might as well have been a love letter from Lucifer himself. Within seconds, clips of the live flooded TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, the holy trinity of viral chaos. The comments were savage. Not him dragging her while in boxers? Bro think he Tupac with Wi-Fi. He toxic, but entertaining. It was the perfect storm of mockery and fascination. Meanwhile, over on Chrisean's side of the internet, things were unraveling in real time. Fans started tagging her under every repost. "He talking about you again. Don't let him gaslight you, sis. He live dragging your name?" You could practically feel her phone overheating from all the notifications. And then it happened. She joined his live. Yep, mid-rant, the comments exploded. "Chrisean in the chat!" Blueface paused, smirked, and said, "Oh, there go my little crazy one." The tension in that moment could have powered an entire city. "Why you always talking about me?" she said, her voice cracking between rage and heartbreak. "You can't go one day without bringing me up." He laughed. "You know you love it. You keep me trending. That line right there? Pure gasoline." The internet collectively screamed. "He's evil." He's not wrong, though. This is peak Zeus content. But behind the laughter, something in Chrisean broke. You could see it. The shift from anger to exhaustion. "You think this funny?" she said softly. "You think hurting me is entertainment?" Her eyes were glassy, her voice trembling. Blueface shrugged. "Ain't nobody tell you to go live every time you cry." Boom. The comments section erupted into digital chaos. "He's cold. She deserves better. This is abuse with a filter." But before she could respond, he ended the live. Just clicked out. No warning, no goodbye, just gone. And that's when the meltdown began. Within minutes, Chrisean went live on her own page. Mascara smudged, emotions raw, phone shaking like it was holding the truth hostage. "He always do this," she sobbed. "He say he don't care, but he watching me right now." Thousands flooded her comments. "We got you, sis. He's the villain. Don't cry over him." But Chrisean wasn't listening. She was spiraling. "I did everything for that man," she said. "I loved him when everybody told me not to." Her words hit like gunshots across the timeline. Screens were recording. Blogs were clipping. Within an hour, hashtags like "Pray for Chrisean," "Nar Blueface Live," and the "Toxic Love Saga" were trending. Even people who'd sworn to stop following them came running back. Because this wasn't just gossip anymore. It was a real-time emotional implosion. YouTubers jumped in instantly. One posted, "Chrisean Rock just lost it on live, Blueface crossed the line." Another uploaded a video titled, "Blueface humiliates Chrisean again. This is hard to watch." The thumbnails were wild, crying emojis, dramatic red text, and cropped screenshots of both faces frozen mid-chaos. But it wasn't just fans reacting. Celebrities started chiming in too. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "Somebody please hug that girl." Cardi B liked a post saying, "She don't deserve this." Even Meek Mill dropped a subtle, "This generation wildin'." Meanwhile, Blueface's team went silent. No statements, no posts, just eerie quiet. The kind of quiet that only makes people talk louder. And talk, they did. Speculation flooded the feeds. Was this all staged for a Zeus promo? Was it revenge? Was Blueface trying to distract from new legal trouble? Everyone had a theory, and none of them made sense, which, in the world of viral drama, means it was working perfectly. But the most heartbreaking moment came about an hour into her live when Chrisean whispered, almost to herself, "He don't even care that I'm hurting. He just want to win." The room fell silent. You could hear her sniffle, exhale, and mutter, "And I still love him, bro." The internet lost it. Comment sections filled with crying emojis, all caps messages, and outrage. That's real pain. She needs to heal. This is hard to watch. People weren't just entertained anymore. They were emotionally invested, and while the world debated, Blueface posted one final story, a smirking selfie with the caption, "Can't break what's already broken." That post broke the internet all over again, because in the court of public opinion, that wasn't just shade. It was a declaration of emotional warfare, and Chrisean Rock, she was about to fire back in a way nobody saw coming. The next morning, the internet woke up to a digital explosion. Blueface's smug selfie had detonated overnight. Every gossip page, meme account, and YouTube reactor was dissecting it like a crime scene. Can't break what's already broken. Those 6 words were enough to set off a cultural meltdown. TikTok was flooded with reaction videos. People fake crying, yelling, even doing dramatic reenactments. One creator titled their post, "The Audacity, a Documentary." Another stitched Chrisean's crying clip with Blueface's smirk, captioned, "Toxic love, season infinity." By noon, even verified celebs were subtweeting. Summer Walker wrote, "Some men think emotional damage is foreplay." JT from City Girls said, "If he go live about me, I'm gonna jail." Meanwhile, Zeus Network reposted both clips with fire emojis. Because of course they did, but the person everyone was waiting on was Chrisean Rock herself. She stayed offline for almost 10 hours. And for Chrisean, that's basically a lifetime. Rumors swirled. Some said she was in the studio. Others claimed she'd checked into therapy. But when she finally popped back up, it wasn't on Instagram. It was on Twitter, and the post read, "I ain't broken. I'm just done." 6 words. A reverse curse of Blueface's entire message. The internet erupted. Fans quote tweeted it like scripture. Mood for 2025. That's healing energy. Finally, our sis woke up. The same audience that once laughed at her was now cheering her on, like she just graduated from the School of Emotional Survival. But Blueface couldn't let her have that moment. An hour later, he went live again. Yes, again, this time surrounded by his boys, music blaring, ego fully charged. He looked into the camera and said, "She only strong when she's single. Soon as I'm home, she back in my arms." That single line broke the algorithm all over again. It was arrogance wrapped in prophecy. Fans were furious. He's gaslighting on broadband. This man thinks Wi-Fi equals custody. And yet, millions watched anyway. Within minutes, Chrisean clapped back. She went live from her car, mascara streaked but voice steady. "He think everything a joke," she said. "He play with me online cause that's the only place he can win." Then she added, "I loved him more than myself, and that's the mistake I'm fixing." Boom. Instant viral. Clips of her speech spread faster than the live stream itself. People stitched it into motivational edits. One TikTok user layered piano music and text reading, "When the clown finally leaves the circus." Bloggers jumped on it immediately. Hollywood Unlocked posted, "Chrisean Rock speaks out after Blueface's live, says she's healing." The Shade Room followed with, "Fans rally behind Chrisean after heartbreaking car confession." Meanwhile, Blueface's mother Carlissa saw a spotlight and dove in headfirst. She uploaded another video saying, "I told her, leave my son alone, but now she wanna act brand new." Fans begged her to stop. "Ma'am, please go to brunch. Carlissa, log off challenge, day 1. But she kept going, narrating their entire relationship like a toxic audiobook. By evening, things had escalated beyond repair. A new rumor spread that Blueface had secretly joined another woman's live earlier in the day. Screenshots showed flirty comments, heart emojis, and one deadly phrase: "She was never the one." The internet ignited again. Chrisean's response was subtle but lethal. Chrisean's response was subtle but lethal. She tweeted, "Keep lying. I got the receipts." That was it. No pictures, no context, just chaos fuel. Within minutes, fan pages were on full investigation mode, zooming into old photos, decoding her posts, and connecting dots that probably didn't exist. It was like CSI Toxic Love Edition. Even the memes evolved. One viral tweet read, "If love is blind, theirs needs glasses and a therapist." Another said, "At this point, Chrisean and Blueface need a United Nations mediator." But under all the noise, something changed. For the first time, the sympathy leaned heavily toward her. No more crazy Chrisean jokes. No more "they deserve each other." Now, the timeline was rallying for her healing. Hashtags like "Nar, stand with Chrisean," and "Leatherheel" began trending. And yet, amid the emotional roller coaster, another twist hit. One that proved this saga wasn't anywhere near done. A clip leaked from Blueface's latest call from jail, where he allegedly said, "Man, she's still mine. She just mad right now." That line? Like throwing a grenade into a gas leak, because Chrisean's next move would shock everyone. Fans, haters, and even Blueface himself. By the next morning, the entire internet felt like one giant group chat gone wrong. Screenshots, reaction clips, voice notes, everything was spinning in chaos. The leaked Blueface call had hit every major blog like a nuclear blast. "She's still mine," he'd said, and the words echoed through timelines like a bad song stuck on repeat. Everyone wanted to know, how would Chrisean Rock respond? Would she drag him again, cry again, or stay silent and mysterious? Nobody knew. And that suspense had the internet refreshing like caffeine addicts. Then, out of nowhere, Chrisean went live again. No makeup, no glam. Just her, raw and drained, staring straight into the camera. "He keeps saying I'm still his," she began, voice calm but trembling. "But I don't belong to nobody who breaks me on purpose." The silence after that sentence was deafening. Thousands of people watched, jaws open, hearts aching. It wasn't the screaming Chrisean from Zeus shows or Instagram fights. It was a woman done pretending she's okay. She continued, "Y'all call it toxic, but I call it history. I loved him, man. I gave him everything. And now he in jail still trying to act like he controlling me from behind a screen. Nah, I'm done." That single live was pure electricity. Within an hour, Worse She Said Done was trending at #1. TikTokers started using her quote as an audio clip over breakup montages, self-love videos, even gym transformations. The internet for once wasn't laughing at her. They were rooting for her. Meanwhile, Blueface's team tried damage control. His page posted an old photo of him smiling with the caption, "Love always come back." Fans weren't buying it. "This ain't romantic, it's delusional." "Sir, the internet just divorced you on her behalf." Even some of his supporters admitted defeat. One viral comment said, "She won by walking away." The sympathy shifted. Suddenly, brands were sliding into her DMs. A cosmetic line reposted her clip with the caption, "Strong looks good on you." A mental health podcast invited her for an interview. Even Biet's gossip arm called it the year Chrisean Rock took back her power. But of course, nothing involving Chrisean stays calm for long. That same week, she dropped a teaser for a new song, and the title sent fans into frenzy. "Done crying." The snippet hit Twitter like wildfire. Lyrics included, "You laughed at my pain. Now I'm laughing at charts. I don't chase boys, I chase restart." The internet exploded. "She turning heartbreak into hits," one fan tweeted. "From tears to tracks, this is her redemption arc." Blogs called it the most anticipated drop of the year. Even Rolling Stone mentioned it in their pop culture roundup, saying, "Chrisean Rock is weaponizing emotion like a marketing genius." And Blueface? He couldn't resist responding. During a recorded jail call, he joked, "Ain't no hit without me." But the internet dragged him mercilessly. "You right," one fan replied. "You just the inspiration for her Grammy speech." The music video dropped a few days later, and it was cinematic chaos in all the right ways. Visuals of her crying in the rain, clips of her holding baby Chrisean Jr., and a symbolic shot of her throwing a phone into water. A direct metaphor for cutting ties with Blueface and the drama. The song hit #1 on YouTube within 48 hours. Everyone from Cardi B to Megan Thee Stallion commented with support. "Growth looks good on you," Meg wrote. "She snatched her power back," said Cardi. Even Drake reportedly liked a fan edit of the video, which, in internet language, is basically a blessing from God himself. By the end of the week, the conversation had shifted completely. Blueface, once the master manipulator of their public image, was now a footnote in her story. Chrisean had gone from crying on live to dominating playlists and headlines. She'd done the impossible, turned heartbreak into a brand, pain into profit, and tears into traction. But the story didn't end there, because just as fans started celebrating her peace, another video surfaced. A short clip of Blueface watching her done crying video from jail, shaking his head and laughing. His exact words? "She can say whatever she want. She still love me." And just like that, the cycle threatened to start again. Comment sections lit up. "He addicted to the drama." "She better not answer this." "Somebody locked the Wi-Fi at that jail." But this time, Chrisean didn't take the bait. No live, no subtweet. Just a single post on Instagram, a photo of her smiling with her baby, captioned, "Love didn't break me. It built me." The internet melted. Within minutes, the post had millions of likes, celebrities commenting hearts, and fans declaring, "Queen energy only." And that's the full circle moment nobody saw coming. The same woman who once trended for crying now trended for healing. The same relationship that once made her the punchline made her the powerhouse. In one viral cycle, Chrisean Rock became the ultimate proof that you can survive being the villain, the victim, and the headline, and still come out shining brighter than the chaos ever did. Because in 2025, pain isn't private, it's a platform. And Chrisean Rock? She just turned hers into an empire. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Chrisean Rock turned what could have been another meltdown into a global reset. The woman who once trended for chaos just hijacked the algorithm with calm. She didn't clap back, she leveled up. She didn't chase attention, she commanded it. And the wildest part? She didn't even have to say his name. The silence was louder than Blueface's entire discography. Let this be the lesson. Never underestimate a woman who's been underestimated too many times. Chrisean didn't just survive heartbreak, she repackaged it, trademarked it, and turned it into a headline that made her unstoppable. Every tear she shed became a trailer for her comeback. Every insult became a lyric. And every "you'll never make it" became streaming revenue. So here's your reminder, hit that like button like it just disrespected your piece. Drop your wildest theory in the comments. Is Chrisean finally free for good? Or will Blueface's Wi-Fi find a way to ruin it again? Smash subscribe like it owes you money, because at Vibe Crave, we don't just spill the tea. We swim in it, analyze it, and then remix it into pure viral energy. Turn those notifications on, because trust me, the next scandal's already brewing. And you know we'll have the receipts first. This is Plus Vibe Crave, signing off. Where heartbreak meets headlines, chaos becomes content, and every viral moment comes with a twist. Stay tuned, stay messy, and remember, in this digital world, healing is temporary. But clout is forever temporary. But clout is forever